Since you click on this video, you've already taken the most important first step to beating procrastination in 2025: awareness. Recognizing that you procrastinate is where real change begins, and we'll dive deeper into that later in the video. But first, let's look at just how big this problem is. On average, people waste 57% of their productive time. That's about 1.12 hours a day due to procrastination. And out of nearly 2 hours spent online daily, a huge chunk is lost to mindless scrolling. Even more eye-opening, 94% of procrastinators says it negatively impacts their happiness. So if you have been feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or just frustrated with yourself, know that you're not alone. The good news, the fact that you're watching this right now means you're ready to make a change. And let's do it together. Let's define procrastination. We've all been there. It's when you delay starting a task even though deep down you know it might lead to trouble later on. A classic procrastinator is usually way too confident, thinking, I'll get this done quickly once I start. Let's say you've got a big presentation coming up. You tell yourself it only take a couple of hours, so there's no rush. Then days pass, suddenly it's the night before, and panic kicks in. You scramble to pull it together, stay up late, and somehow manage to finish it. Does that sound familiar? That last minute rush might feel productive, even thrilling, but it's a trap. It creates the illusion that you work better under pressure, when in reality you're just out of time and out of options. This cycle repeats itself because despite the stress, you got it done. But often, the quality suffers and the stress builds up over time. The root of procrastination isn't always laziness. It can stem from low self esteem, fear of failure, or even feeling overwhelmed by everyday pressure. It's not just a time problem, it's a mindset problem. As Edward Young once said, procrastination is the thief of time, and every moment we delay is a moment we don't get back. If you're ready to finally break the cycle of procrastination, let's start by shifting our focus. The first step is to find the root cause of your procrastination. Ask yourself, what do I usually do when I procrastinate? How often do I do it? What triggers it? Stress? Fear? Boredom? And most importantly, how do I feel afterward? This is where real awareness begins. You need to have an honest conversation with yourself. Once you know what's pulling you away from your task, you can start avoiding those habits and patterns when it's time to get things done. Let's face it, if procrastination is a habit, it won't disappear overnight. In fact, a 2009 study shows that breaking a habit can take anywhere from 18 to 254 days. So, how do I start? Organize your task. Even if something feels too overwhelming, break it down into smaller, manageable chunks. Instead of tackling a massive project all at once, focus on one piece at a time. Give yourself mini deadlines. This makes the task feel lighter and far less intimidating. Now that you've broken down the task, it's time to commit. But here's the catch: small tasks can still feel like a lot. You might think, now I have 10 tiny things instead of one big one. Don't wait for motivation. Create it. Pick one small task, do it, and then reward yourself. Every small wins builds your confidence, and every time you follow through, you rebuild trust in yourself that you can do what you say you will. You've got the plan, the willpower, but your environment, it's working against you. Maybe your chair is uncomfortable, the sun's in your eyes, your phone is buzzing nonstop with notifications. Here's the truth: willpower alone isn't enough. Studies show that changing your environment can increase productivity by up to 300%. So silence your phone, tidy up your workspace, adjust the lighting, make your surroundings work for you and not against you. And finally, self check and reward. Ever plan to scroll for 5 minutes but end up on TikTok for an hour? Or intend to watch one Netflix episode and suddenly you're on episode 7? That's your brain chasing dopamine, the feel good chemical. But here's the secret: you can train your brain to crave long term rewards too. Celebrate your progress, track your wins, and remind yourself of why you're doing this. Because the real reward isn't just finishing a task, it's becoming the kind of person who follows through. If you truly want to make 2025 your most productive and successful year yet, beating procrastination isn't optional. It's essential. The longer we let it control us, the more opportunities we miss, the more stress we build up, and the harder it becomes to trust ourselves to follow through. Remember to focus. I want to hear from you. What's your biggest procrastination struggle? Or what's one trick that helps you stay productive? Share it in the comments. It might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today.